Hey students, welcome back for our last day of notes for this year. Last day of notes for this year. So here we go. Here is our bell ringer. So please hit pause and then we'll meet you down below. And you will need your calculator today, so keep a hold of it after you get done filling out this table. Okie dokie. So today should be fairly short. We are talking about reversing pH and pOH. We're on page 25. Like I said, this is our last day of notes. Please don't forget to put this in our table of contents because you'll want that. All right, and let's roll. So our biggest thing is we want to get two more formulas. All right, and that is these two right here. They are just the opposite kind of what we did before. So our H3O concentration, to find our H3O concentration, remember it's labeled in molarity, you will take 10 or second log. Remember this 10 is going to be like second log or inverse log, all right? But on our calculators, it's usually going to be, we're going to hit the second button and then hit log. So 10 to the minus pH, and we're going to do the same thing to find pOH. So that is our sixth formula. So you should now have six formulas on your post-it note. If you don't have a post-it note, remember to check with Miss Griffith and get one before our final, all right? So here we go. We wrote it down here. We use our inverse log, and we just basically hit second log. So here we go. It's super simple. We're looking for our hydronium ion concentration if we know our pH, which means we're going to use that first formula there. H3O plus is equal to 10 to the minus pH. So 10 to the minus, in this case, 2.55. So in our calculator, that's what we're going to plug in. So let's see how we do that. So on a TI, all right, calculator, this is a TI calculator. Let's put that over here, like a TI. This is what maybe most of us have. On a TI calculator, you're going to hit second log, and then you're going to put the negative sign, not a minus sign. So we're going to hit second log, and that should be on your calculator. It should look like 10 to the caret and then a parentheses. All right. And then we're going to hit our negative. Where's my negative? There it is. Negative. All right. And then in this case, 2.55. 2.55 and then hit equals. 2.55 and then hit equals. Boop. 2.55 and then hit equals. And so what you should come up with here when you do this, mine gave it to me in decimal form, which is totally fine, 0.0028, and that's all we want to keep. And remember, our label on concentration is molarity. All right, we could also put that in scientific notation and say 2.8, like 2 times 10 to the negative third. But again, either way is fine. If your calculator gave it to you on that, that's totally fine as well. So let's talk about how to do this on like an iPad or an iPhone. All right. So we've got an iPad over here. All right. Again, we're going to have to probably hit our information first, right? So we're going to turn it here. All right. Maybe mine will turn. Okay. So on this one, we're going to have to type it in first. So we're going to go 2.55. We're going to hit 2.55. Then we're going to hit that negative sign. All right. And now we should have on our calculator, it should look like 2.55. Okay. And then we're going to hit the 10 to the X button. And on your calculator or on my iPhone, it's just right above my log to the base 10. And so we're going to hit that, and that should have given us the same answer. So, yep, 10 to the X. And so you should have come up with the same answer there. All right. And there you go. All right. Awesome. So hopefully you got that and how to use your calculator there. Okay. So here we go. Let's kind of solve the rest of these problems right here. So this is much like our homework looked yesterday, and we're just going to kind of fill in the table. This time we have like the opposite of what we were doing before. All right, so let's go pH and pOH. So first one, I would really like to just go from pH to pOH because we know, if I blow this up here, pH plus pOH equals 14. All right, and if I know my pOH is 4.12, pH plus 4.12 is equal to 14. All right, I can subtract 4.12 on each side. And our pH should give us 9.88. Remember, no label on pH or pOH, but do keep two decimals. So 9.88, that tells us we have a base because our pH is above 7. So if our pH is above 7, we have a base. Now, what to do? How do we get back to our hydroxide and our hydronium ion concentration? Well, very simply, we use our formulas that we just learned. So we know that, blow this up a little bit. Whoa. Our hydroxide ion concentration is equal to 10 to the negative pOH. And we know our pOH was 4.12. So we're ready to just plug that in. So our hydroxide ion concentration is equal to, again, plugging this in our calculator, kind of a little aside, we're going to hit second log on our TI, and then negative, and then 4.12. And we should come up with, this time it gave me in decimal places again, 0.40. And then we're going to say 7.6, or we could put that in scientific notation, 7.59 times 10 to the negative fifth. That works as well. Remember the label on either of these, because they're the same thing, is molarity. All right, awesome. And last but not least, how do we find our hydronium ion concentration? Again, just kind of the opposite of what we just did, except using, or exactly like what we just did, except using our pH this time. So we're going to take 10 to the negative 9.88, and there we have it, H3O plus, and we're ready to plug that in. So we're going to hit second log negative 9.88, and that should give us our answer. And this one's probably going to be in scientific notation for you, 1.32 times 10 to the negative 10th. And remember our label, molarity. There you go. See you next time.